Let's go. All right, guys, my name is Investor Mike, and I'm going to share with you the 5 things that you need to do in order, step by step, to get your first Airbnb listed right away, as well as why a lot of people keep asking us, how are we getting so many Airbnb properties listed? And I'm going to show you the method to actually do corporate leasing. So if you want to stay in the kiddie pool, continue to get single family houses. But if you actually want to scale this business, you want to get into corporate leasing. So I'm going to show you nuggets throughout this. I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly what you need to do to get residential as well as corporate leasing. Follow me, let's roll. All right, so nugget number 1 is we want to do our due diligence and research first before we just pick any random market and any random property. So AirDNA did a blog. Okay, all you have to do is just Google in best places to start a vacation rental in 2023. And you'll see this article that AirDNA did. They took the top 25 cities in America, guys, over 20,000 cities, and said, these are the best places based on typical value, occupancy, average daily rate, revenue, and regulations. You've got the top cities right here. If you just go with one of these cities, you're going to be in good shape. That being said, you'll see 25 cities in a row to give you a heads up of where to start your first vacation rental. And remember, you do not have to be in your backyard. I think this is probably one of the biggest misconceptions in the Airbnb game, is that you have to shake people's hand when they come up to your Airbnb, and that you should know the area perfectly. And if you don't do it right there in your backyard, you're gonna fail. That is a big misconception. I've got students that are doing it from all the way across the United States, and they're doing fine. So what we want to do is go here and select one of these top 25 cities or the closest one to you. All right, and here's what we're gonna do for nugget number 2. We're gonna look at this article that was done by Mashaver. And basically, if you just Google in 20 cities with no Airbnb regulations in 2023, you're gonna see that they did an article outlining cities, Milwaukee, okay? You've got Gatlinburg, Tennessee, you've got Columbus, Ohio, 25 cities, guys, in a row where you're not gonna have issues with regulations and zoning, and you're gonna be able to have a profitable Airbnb business without the headache of having zoning and issues coming down your throat. Okay, so now what we want to do is find our first Airbnb. Now, what I would have done is went into those 2 articles that I showed you before, and I would pick one of those cities with the low regulations and the top 25 cities to start a vacation / Airbnb business in America. So what you're going to do is just type in the city right here. For example, I'm just going to type in Tampa, Florida, okay? This is going to show all the rentals, as long as you're on rent, all the rentals that are available in the city. Now, here's the main nugget. When you go over to more, you're gonna scroll down until you see days on Zillow. See this right here? This is extremely important. Let me explain. The longer the property has been sitting on Zillow, the more likely the homeowner is in pain. For example, if you had a rental and you weren't able to rent it for the last 12 months, you've got a mortgage payment to pay and you haven't been able to rent it. Is this landlord more likely to rent to you on Airbnb or short-term rental platforms versus someone who listed their property a day ago? Of course. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find the ones that are listed a lot longer, so that way we have that leverage. We can also have a lot more concessions where we can negotiate rent, we can negotiate, the time of the length of the lease. And so what you want to do is make sure this is at 12 months. Now over here, you're going to see all the properties that are available. There's 1,268 rentals. Just scroll down, right? Scroll down, go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and then I would probably go somewhere in here, because the longer they've been listed, like these, okay, right here, we've got a 47 days, $1,900 a month, okay? Look at a nice property right there. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, now here's what you're gonna do. Watch this. You're gonna scroll down and you're going to see that it's listed by the property owner, okay? You're gonna hit ask a question. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take this corporate lease, and then you're gonna copy this, okay? And then you're gonna bring it back over to Zillow and paste it right here. You're gonna put your first and last name, your email, and your phone number, and you're gonna hit this button right here. This is all you need to do, guys. If you do 10 of these a day, I promise you, you're gonna have landlords coming back to you via text and email saying, hey, tell me more about your company. Tell me a little bit more about how we can work together, okay? This is a numbers game. For you guys to think you can just call one landlord and get them to say yes, it's very unlikely. The script is already put together to get landlords to think, oh, wow, number one. Number two, you're already reaching out to landlords who are distressed already, okay? Nugget number 2 is that they have to be distressed. Because if they just listed a property, it's unlikely they're gonna think outside the box and think, oh, let me put it up on a short-term rental platform. Whereas if somebody's in a lot of pain, they haven't rented their property for 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 months, and then you contact them and you give them that script, which basically says, look, we're a corporate leasing company. We're gonna take care of your property. We're gonna make sure there's no holes in the wall, no pets, no smokers, no little children generally. Okay, the property's gonna be in for sale condition when we leave because we have a professional cleaning company. We have professional maintenance that comes in. They are likely to give you a rental, okay? So this is, guys, how we're gonna find rentals on Zillow. Make sure they're distressed, go through, do at least copy and paste of that script 10 times, 10 different properties, right? If I wanted another one, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, find another property here, okay? Scroll down. This one's listed by the management company, doesn't matter. I've done plenty of deals with that, okay? Same thing, copy, paste, puts the script right in there for you, put your first and last name, hit send question. Okay, if you can't do 10 of these per day, you do not need to be in this business. This should take you less than 10 minutes of work, okay? Those days of driving around looking for rent by sign, the owner to sign for rent, and you got, you're beating the pavement, beating the landlord's face to face in the beginning. It's just a waste of time. Guys, we just take the script and we put it in the question box, ask the question, put the script there, and you're rocking and rolling, and you're gonna start to get some feedback right away, okay? Now we're gonna talk about what you need to do so that when they call you back, what do we need to do? All right, nugget number 3, and here's where we're gonna talk about the 5 steps for you to actually get out of the kiddie pool and start playing with the big boys. If you're thinking about blowing up an Airbnb empire, the kicker here is actually getting corporate leasing. So a lot of people say to us, like, how do you get so many properties? It's not that we're doing single family houses. You get multiple units at one time through an apartment complex, not a single family house. However, the 5 steps I'm gonna share with you are mandatory for you to be able to get approved. By the way, we are not using our social security number. Let me say that again. This is the biggest nugget I'm gonna tell you. You do not need to use your social security number to get corporate leasing, okay? But the first step is that you have to have a business LLC. So here in the state of Florida, we have sunbiz.org. Wherever your state is. Now, I will give you one bonus, and I guess this is a real hack. Okay, I see a lot of people going to Wyoming right now because Wyoming actually shows the business name, but it doesn't show the officers or the managers. And so you have that anonymity where basically it only shows the name and you don't have to put your name on there, which is huge for corporate leasing. Okay, so first step is we have to have a business. Okay, articles of organization, start a business, LLC, boom, done. The second thing you're gonna do, that's gonna take about 5 to 7 days to come in the mail. You're gonna get an email, it's gonna come in the mail to you, okay? While that's happening, I want you to go to irs.gov and I want you to apply for your EIN number. This is free at the irs.gov, okay? So just go get that process started while you're waiting on articles organization. The third step is you're gonna go to dunnandbradstreet.com and you are going to apply for your DUNS number. Okay, the DUNS number is free. Now, what is this important for? The DUNS number is actually the number, the 9-digit number for your business so you can get a PAYDEX score. Now, when you're getting a corporate lease, the PAYDEX score is what they are going to run. I'm gonna give you a benchmark. 80 PAYDEX score or better. It ranks from 1 to 100, really 0 to 100. But the benchmark, where I want you guys to be, is at an 80, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to get there right now, okay? So you go to Dun & Bradstreet, you get your DUNS number, it's free, 9-digit number, you get that process started. Okay, now I'm gonna show you what you do. In one day, you're gonna do all these applications. It take you 15 minutes to do this, okay? And then you're gonna start generating a PAYDEX score. Because when you go to an apartment complex, they're gonna see that your business is legit. Okay, they want to make sure that you have an LLC. They want to make sure that you have your EIN. They want to make sure that you have a score on your business. And what that basically means is that you don't have to use your social security number. We can use the EIN number because now we've built up business credit, very simply, to be able to get the lease and get multiple units at one time potentially. So you're just going to go get your DUNS number. Okay, that being said, once you get your DUNS number, and guys, all this is pretty quick, okay? I just want to give you the process to get started. You're going to apply for a couple different accounts. The first one I want you to apply for is Quill, Q-U-I-L-L, okay? You go there, you apply for it, very simple, it does not require your social, just your EIN number, you're gonna get approved 100% of the time. Then you're gonna go to Granger, then you're gonna go to Uline, okay? And then you can go here and you can pick up, you'll see here, if you just go to this account, it's called Digital Honey, okay? Basically just Google in this right here, digitalhoney.money net 30s, and you're gonna see 22 different accounts, Crown Office Supplies, okay? CEO Creative. Pick 4 or 5 of these that make sense for your business, okay? And then apply for them. Again, these report to Dun & Brad. In order for your Dun & Bradstreet, your Paydex score to actually register a score, you have to have 3 accounts showing. 3 accounts have to be showing. If they're not showing 3 accounts, you're not gonna register a score. Now, I'll give you one more bonus tip right here, and that is this. A lot of people start applying for, say, Quill and Granger and Qline, right? And they get these accounts, and they're like, why is it not reporting? Okay, so you go to nav.com and you try to look for it, and you're like, they're not reporting. It's because they require, some of these require for you to actually use the account one time. For example, like Granger requires you to spend $100 and then make the payment for it to report. If you don't do that, it's not going to report. So what I want you to do is, again, just Google which ones, pick out 5 or 6 of these right here, at least 3 of them reporting, and now, guys, you have a Paydex score. When you have a Paydex score, you can now go to apartment complex and you can say, hey, I'm looking to do a corporate lease, okay? I got traveling nurses, because you have located yourself and picked a property that is by a hospital. This is the #1 tip I'm gonna give you right here, okay? If I don't tell you anything in this video, it's this right here. Getting a property next to a hotel is game changer. Let me say that again. Getting a property next to a hospital, not hotel, hospital. Why is this important? Because what we have found, and this is the method that we're using, is we are getting the traveling nurses, and we are also getting families that have loved ones that are in surgery. So our clientele is this. We pick a property or an apartment complex, depending on what stage you're in. First, if you're gonna get a residential, make sure it's by a hospital. If you're gonna get an apartment complex and you're going to get a couple units as a corporate lease, make sure it's very, very close to a hospital. Here's what'll happen. You'll start to get people that come in, okay? They'll come and stay at your place for 1 day. When they stay at your place for 1 day and they love it, they go to the hospital, right? Because they want to be close to their loved ones. Then the person goes in and schedules their surgery. What they do is they leave and then they come back and stay with you for several weeks. That's the niche, guys. I'm telling you something. If you got anything out of this video, this is what I'm telling you. Be by a hospital. You're gonna get the people that have loved ones that are going through surgery and they need to stay in a nice place. They don't want to stay at a crappy hotel, 300 square foot. Okay? So pick 5 or 6 of these 5 or 6 of these right here. Quill, Uline, Granger. Make sure you get a couple of these. If it requires for you to actually use it, just ask. Call up Granger. Hey, in order for this to get reported to my Dun & Bradstreet so I can get a Paydex score, what do I need to do? And they will tell you, hey, you need to use the account 1 time, spend $50. If you got 3 or 4 of them, guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna get a Paydex score, then you can go pitch an apartment complex and get multiple units at one time. I will share with you one more massive benefit, okay? And that is this. In order to get the most beneficial apartment complex, again, it's about location, location, location by a hospital. Number 2 is that you want to strategically go to apartment complexes. This is a nugget right here. I'm about to crush it for you. Go to an apartment complex that is basically just being built. You're going to see a sign that goes on the side of the building that says now leasing. That is your window of opportunity to go in and negotiate your deal. For example, we just picked up 4 units. Okay, we're negotiating 4 units right now. Okay, and this particular acquisition is giving us 2 months of free rent with a 15-month lease. 2 months of free rent. Why? Because they are brand new. They don't have any leases yet. They don't have people living there yet. It's brand new. This is the time when you're going to go in, negotiate, get a great price, negotiate a 15, whatever they're doing, 15, 18-month, 12-month lease. The longer, the better. Okay, I always recommend 15 to 24-month leases, regardless if it's residential or if it's going to be a corporate lease. But here's the reality. When you get it, that perfect window of opportunity when it's just start being leased, That's when you get in and you say, look, I've got employees, I've got, traveling nurses, doctors, chiropractors, we've got the local hospital right up the street, and we want to house them in a nice place. Okay, that's your window of opportunity, guys. Go when that leasing sign comes up on the side of the building, says now leasing, you go in there and you strike while the iron is hot and get your first couple units. But you have to do these couple steps here first in order to get a corporate lease. Now, if you're doing residential, you don't need to go through this process. Okay, if you're just doing it to a single family house. That's why I said, if you're a first Airbnb, it can be just a regular property. Okay, just get a regular house, single family, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, nothing bigger than a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Get your feet wet, understand the business, and then say, you know what, Mike? I'm looking to go into corporate leasing. Can you share with me some of the tips, tricks, and strategies you guys do to get multiple units at one time? Guys, I wanted to do this video for you. I'm so thankful that you're here. God bless each and every one of you guys. Love you. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the video. If you made it this far, you're serious about growing your Airbnb business, you're serious about blowing it up, whatever your why is, I'm here to help you each and every step of the way. You'll see in the link below, I'm doing the Airbnb Super Bowl this Thursday. This Thursday, you're gonna see literally the best, hands down, Airbnb Super Bowl that we're calling the Super Bowl because it's the train that everybody's been trying to get onto all year long, okay? And so I'm gonna be pulling back the curtains and showing you corporate leasing, business credit. I'm gonna be showing you how to get your first residential. I mean, really in depth, okay? So guys, thank you guys for watching this video again. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you. The link is in there to register in the description box here of this video. You'll see it. Get in right now. We got very limited spots. I'm telling you, I'm gonna blow your socks off your feet. See you guys inside. Let's roll.